Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. So you guys know that there's always like a buyer's guide to cars every year. Well, I'm going to do a buyer's guide to rackets right now. Stay tuned. All right, so as a child growing up, I would go to the library and go check out some magazines that would tell me, hey, it's the Car and Driver's top 5 sports cars of this year, right? Well, what if I tell you guys, this is my top rackets for pretty much most people that play tennis for 2021, because that's what I'm going to do for you right now. Okay, so these are my top 5 rackets that I recommend for pretty much any adult that walks into the store. Any adult can pretty much pick this up, play with it, and you would be definitely happy with it. And you know, if you take care of the racket, you can play with the rest of your life, or pass it on to you know, whoever else is in the house, and they would definitely be happy with it too. Okay, so top 5, guys. Number 5 racket on this countdown is the lightest racket in this countdown, the Dunlop CX400. This racket surprised me a ton on the court. It's easy to play with, has easy access to power, has actually a good amount of feel, which definitely surprised me. Although it's only 10.1 ounces before strings, there is definitely enough weight towards the head for that plow through. So for anybody who's looking for a slightly lighter racket with a good amount of plow, this is your racket. Okay, give this one a try. Demo this racket from Dunlop CX400, number 5. All right, so moving on. Number 4. Okay, I usually don't talk about extremes from head because they're extremely not good usually, but this one is the one to buy. Okay, this is the best extreme ever, as I did in a past video when I did the whole line, or when I reviewed the whole line. This is the winner of, I would say, most head rackets, if not all head rackets. This is the one that sells the best currently. Half the people who demo this racket wind up buying this racket. It feels wonderful. It's got great balance, great power, just a great overall racket. If you don't know this Head Extreme MP, you should definitely try it. If you love these colors with this cool gray and yellow, just buy it. You won't regret it. I've pretty much straight up sold this racket to a few people who love the color, and hey, they love it, and they've come back and bought second ones. So Head Extreme MP, 10.6 ounces, great overall racket. Buy this one if you like the color. You'll love the feel too. Number 3 in the countdown, VCORE 100. As you know, I love that VCORE 98, and I think that 98 will be the racket of the year. This is going to be a darn close second, and this is going to be one of the top rackets in this 100 square inch kind of family of rackets. It's the same weight as most of these at 10.6. It's got that slightly wider 3 and 9 position of the beam for more power and stability. It's got that great Yonex feel and flex. For all you guys who've never tried Yonex before, this would be a great racket to rival a Pure Drive, a Clash, or a Wilson Ultra 100. If you've never tried it, this is definitely the one to try. It'll suit most of you out there. I guarantee it. This is going to be definitely a top 10 racket for this year, 2021. Moving on down, we got top sales for last year, 2020, Clash 100. This suits pretty much everybody out there. It's a little on the light side for me. I love that Clash 100 Pro more. You guys know about this technology already. The flex technology, it's super, super flexy. But if you need to dial up that power, just swing a little harder, okay? Don't forget to put that smart string in there. I would suggest stringing it between 44 and 48 with that Luxilon Smart. I've been breaking a lot of strings lately with this, and still have a lot of people who've purchased it. So maybe go for that 130. Go for that 16 gauge if you're worried about your strings breaking, okay? But Clash will definitely be in the top 2 to 3 in sales this year, and it is definitely a fan favorite. If you want it lighter, get this Clash Regular 100. If you're a guy, okay, get that Clash 100 Pro like me, and maybe add a little more weight to it. But this will definitely be, you know, a top racket and one of my favorites for 2021. The top racket for 2021 is definitely this new Pure Drive. It's the number 1 in sales so far this year in 2021, and a fan favorite. People are definitely just coming in and saying, "You got the new Pure Drive?" And I was like, "Yep." He's like, "Let me get a couple." So reputation precedes itself. This is the best Pure Drive since the original one. So definitely, in my opinion, the best Pure Drive since the original one, even better than the predecessor. So the one that just got discontinued, this is even slightly better than that, okay? You will like this. I know for those of you who bought that old one, it's okay. Those aren't bad. Maybe wait a little bit and buy this one either later this year or next year. I get it. You just spent some money, you know, but you will probably wind up buying this one because it is a little better, just a little better in feel, in looks, and not power, but it's hard to say unless you try it. You kind of have to try it to know differences between the old and this one. But this one is, I keep saying this, definitely better. Okay? All right, so that's my top 5. In my buyer's guide for 100 square inch rackets that suit pretty much the masses. And when I say the masses, pretty much any adult that's in the market for a racket that, you know, you play kind of recreationally. So beginner up to like a mid intermediate, maybe even a higher intermediate would work with any of these rackets. Okay? So happy testing, happy demoing. Try these rackets out, buy these rackets. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.